meeting along with Paula Latta, Susie Cotter, and Katie Harding. And Katie is subbing in for Ann Glesner, our nonprofit chair. So thank you, Katie, for doing that. And we want to welcome everyone here and everybody joining us virtually. Thank you so much for joining us. It's really important to us. If you have questions, use the chat feature. Natalie Morgan is going to be monitoring that. And if you haven't already, please silence your phones for those of you in the room. And yep, everybody jumps down. Yep. Okay. And I want to thank all the people and the teams that have made this possible tonight, because we have a nonprofit team, a social team, marketing, membership, web team. It really takes a lot of people doing a lot of different things. So thank you all. Okay. And thank you to our sponsors. We have Spot. Yenny's here. Thank you, Yenny, for being here tonight. And thank you for all of it from day one. She was there from day one. So thank you, Yenny. And we want to thank the foundation for helping facilitate our payment processing, which is really great because it helps us, but it also helps the nonprofits so they don't have to process 100+ checks and or do the tax acknowledgement letters. So very thankful for that as well. Okay, here's our agenda for tonight. We're going to listen to our nonprofit presentations and have the Q&As. We're going to vote, do a business update, and listen to, or we're going to hear from the Door County Habitat for Humanity. Lori Allen will be joining us for that. And then we're going to do a nonprofit, our drawing for next quarter, and then announce the awards. Okay, our mission is to connect like-minded women to make a meaningful contribution to our local community. And that is supported by our core values. And I invite you to go to our website to look at all the detail that we have with the core values. But I think community first really sums it up. You know, it's really appropriate for this group. So, so tonight, we are here to lift each other up. And that's part of what we do. You know, we listen to each other's passions and what we're excited about. And so please listen attentively, do big rounds of applause. And with that, I'm going to introduce our first speaker, Sherry Muchler, presenting We Are Hope. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Muchler. I'm on the We Are Hope board. I'm their board treasurer. We Are Hope has their tagline is the employability hub. And it's the only employment specialist organization in Door County. It provides resources for clients and employers. And those resources include work readiness, employment searches, career exploration, employability skill building, on-the-job support, and navigating the unemployment process, which is a big process. Hope links employers with employees through job fairs, soft skill training, recruitment, job postings, referrals, and training. Hope provides tools for their clients. This includes free use of computers, the internet, resume building, interview honing, and job search software. Hope has a long history of collaboration in Door County to assist residents with employment, and especially those who have basic needs. Unemployment and underemployment are among the root causes of financial insecurity and food insecurity in Door County, as they are in other places. 31% of the Door County population falls into the poverty or ALICE population. Founded in 1978 as the Women's Employment Project, Hope was the forerunner in focusing specifically on financial security for women, and that included teen pregnancies. Through employment options and coaching, Hope has been a strong member in collaborating with community organizations. They were the job center for all of Door County until regionalization and funding cuts right before COVID resulted in staff and funding cuts. To survive, Hope modified their programs and the staff. They wrote grants to replace those government dollars that they had lost. They tightened their belt. By increasing funding, including the 100+ grant, Hope can return hopefully to the days when they served approximately 3,500 clients. Since COVID, it has been approximately half of that because of funding. When Hope was required to close their doors to the public due to COVID, they rose to the occasion. They created virtual unemployment and employment support. They did Zoom groups. They did online resources. In order to serve all of Door County, they created a mobile resource center in Sister Bay on Washington Island. More grants were written to fill in for the loss in fee-for-service and government dollars. I have been so impressed with Hope's ability to be flexible and roll with the punches, just like the people they serve. Out of necessity, a Hope staff member must be a jack of all trades and a master of all trades. Collaborating and partnering with other agencies to provide services has been key to their success. They collaborated with Cradle to Career, another organization that I nominated, which you voted as a grant recipient last year. They've collaborated with other organizations in Door County that serve disabled clients, veterans, adjudicated youth, and offenders, W-2 clients, food share clients, and agencies that serve these clients to improve their futures through employment and employability. Excuse me. In 2023, they will modify the Mentor Door County program to include all Door County residents, male and female. A typical week for the Employability Hub employment specialist looks something like this. A Down syndrome adult client is provided on-the-job training at a local grocery store. Using a Hope computer, a 55-year-old construction or hospitality worker is assisted in completing unemployment compensation during the off-season. A drug court participant must maintain sobriety and get a job to succeed. He attends a job fair at Hope. An underemployed single mother of 2 is coached in education and exploration to get a better paying job. A group session with 13 youth with disabilities teaches self-advocacy and financial literacy while providing soft skills and on-the-job support. A Monday night workshop for how to get that job is attended by 12 job seekers. Hope is a vital resource for Door County employees, employers, and the community. I cannot imagine a Door County without the Employability Hub.
Oh, my time's up. No Q&A. So I'm Kim Carley, the Executive Director of We Are Hope, the Employability Hub. So I think that is there going to be microphones?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep. No, you take that one. Yep. Yep. It's a longer cord.
Hey, Beth, just pay attention.
Hi, Tanya.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, now we're on. Kim, can you tell us a little bit about how We Are Hope is funded?
Right now, primarily 67%, I only know that because I read the grant I wrote again, is funded through fee for service. So, which is contract, we are a service provider for other agencies that work with individuals who are disabled. And so we help them with their pre-employment. So most of what We Are Hope does is funded that way. And that's awesome because that fee for service is unrestricted funds, so we can use them in other places. And so honestly, all of our staff do something when it comes to that. That program is called job development for us. So everybody's bringing in money and we're not just relying fully on grants and donations.
So someone on, Pat asked how many women versus men are served?
Oh. Do you remember the number?
It was, I think, 51% female
And that does sound about right. I know it was a little bit more female, 51% female. So
I think that's right.
it is pretty close, but there are more women that utilize than men.
I have a question. And if I had a job, do you match people to jobs then?
We're not a placement agency, but that doesn't mean that we don't use our resources that we have to be like, to contact somebody and say, I have the perfect person. Or if you are looking for somebody, we may be like, we have somebody that totally would fit that. Let's talk to them and see if they're interested in applying. But we don't do placement. We are a little bit more hands-on with the individuals with disabilities because sometimes they need more help in being able to secure that job, not only getting it, but to retain it. And we work with them on the job, but we are not a placement agency. We're giving them the resources. And we're empowering them to do it forever as opposed to just today.
How will you spend the award tonight? Do you have a certain project that it will go to?
It will go towards the employability hub piece of what we do. So in January, we kind of revisioned what we were going to look like. The pandemic, we were a little bit on hold. We knew we were still serving the community, but where are we going to go? We're not a job center anymore, and that's what everybody knows us as. So in February, we became the employability hub, and that's our facilities. That's the spot. That is where people come for anything employment. And beyond that, it's referrals, collaboration. Not only is our organization on site in that employability hub, but we have several other agencies that have employment programs that are on site in that hub. But because that basically is kind of the concept of what the job center used to be, that money as a job center is gone. So it would definitely go into funding the hub itself, but also helping us expand, not only keeping what we are currently doing, but to expand. We see a lot of other needs out there. If we can expand digital literacy, there is a big need for small business entrepreneur stuff, not the same stuff like economic development does, but to build on that and offer some side supports to make everybody the most successful. So it's kind of traditional and non-traditional employment assistances, but it would all go into what's done as the hub as a whole.
Thank you. 9 seconds.
Next up is Peggy Lott, who's going to tell us about Midsummer's Music.
Thank you. I'm going to read most of this because it'll make it easier for everyone. 33 years ago, 33 years ago, a few chamber concerts were performed in Door County homes to a handful of community members. This proved so popular that a decision was made to form the nonprofit Midsummer's Music. In 2022, we presented 42 concerts from June through Labor Day. In 2018, we introduced the Griffin String Quartet. Their residency as full-time performers and teachers provides pay what you can concerts from September through May and music lessons on violin, viola, and cello. As there are currently no string programs in Door County schools, we offer scholarships, instruments, and accessible programs at the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, Gibraltar, Sunrise, and Sawyer Elementaries. The Griffin also performs for seniors, those with Alzheimer's and dementia, as well as their caregivers and shut-ins. In 2022, the Griffin performed for thousands of students in schools and library outreach programs, concerts, hundreds of seniors, and thousands of community residents. Maybe you heard them caroling around the county. In September 2022, the Griffin performed and recorded with singer-songwriter Eric Lewis. That recording release will be in September. Midsummer Music founded the Music for Food chapter in Door County, which presents free concerts with food donations to support our food pantries. When Midsummer Music and the Griffin combined, the only professional all year round music program in this area was created. In 2020, we went virtual due to COVID. Our online offerings reached 85,000 views that summer, including a global audience. This inspired Midsummer Music to develop video/virtual technology. You can hear us in person on our YouTube channel, on Facebook Live, and on many radio spots, including WPR and Sirius XM. Our mission is to present world-class chamber music, to perform at the highest standard of artistic excellence, to enrich audiences near and far, and to share dynamic, distinctive, and engaging performances. Midsummer Music offers a variety of music, including women and composers of color. The summer season's about 40 concerts. This breaks down to about 10 programs performed 4 times each, all in different venues. We bring musicians from Lyric Opera, Milwaukee Symphony, UW-Madison's Pro Arte, Chicago Symphony, and others. We established a composer in residence program 7 years ago to highlight young professionals and commission new works. Midsummer Music collaborates with Right on Door County and Woodwalk Gallery to present music with poetry and music with art. You can stay after the concert for a reception at many of our concerts, and always you can find M&Ms. We have 2 offices at Country Walk in Sister Bay and our corporate vehicle, Van Beethoven. 1 full-time staff member who's here with me tonight, 3 to 4 part-time year-round, and 3 to 4 seasonal employees, consultants, payroll, sound engineering, and more. We're serious. Our budget is roughly $550,000. It was doubled in 2019 due to the Griffin joining us. Because our ticket sales are only 20% of our budget, all other funding comes from grants and donors. Thank you. We thank 100+ women who care for supporting our mission and programs. Please come hear for yourselves.
My name's Allison Fleck. I'm Executive Director of Midsummer's Music, and I have the pleasure of setting up chairs at this venue most days. We love to perform here, and I welcome your questions.
All right, Cindy asked, what will you do with the award?
Great. While I'm answering that question, I've been holding this little folder. I've got 4 of them here today. And what I'm going to show you is what will we do with this money? And it's something like this. And we have other examples to show you. But when we visit the kids at Sunrise and Sawyer and all the other public schools, we are showing kids that music is for everyone. Music belongs in our schools. It belongs as an educational tool. And we don't do it just to have lessons. I mean, lessons are great. We want kids to learn music if that's what they want to do, but we also want them to learn teamwork. So for example, when we go and visit the school, lots of times we'll ask the kids like, well, how do the musicians know how to go faster or slower? And so the kids think about that and they're like, well, somebody tells them. Well, no, somebody didn't tell them. They decided it together. How did they make that decision together? Well, they decided that as a collaborative effort. So what would we do with our funding? We would bring more programs like this into our schools. We would bring instruments, lessons, scholarships. And then there's this other program that we have, which is to reach our seniors, the Alzheimer's, dementia, as well as their caregivers. We've had incredible experiences at memory cafes. We've done some virtual programs where we are reaching people who can't get out. They can only hear music if it's provided to them online. So why not do it with a live person who can communicate with them online? So our money would go to support this Griffin String Quartet residency, the youth, the seniors, but also our women and composers, our composers of color, and to support this program that we do at Midsummers, which is, as Peggy mentioned, 40 programs in the summer, 100 from September through May.
Somebody mentioned that they were going to have the CDs available for the Eric Lewis. Do you get any royalties from that?
Eric wrote
With the Griffin.
So royalties, no, meaning that we are sharing. Let me make sure I understand the question. Eric wrote the music and he wanted to share it with the Griffin, then they recorded it. And then when we release that recording, when we sell it, it will go back to the Griffin and to Eric. Gotcha. Royalties, yes. We have, if you'd like to see, we have these folders. We have multiple ones. Of course. So the question was, how does music in the brain work, and how does our program work with that, especially in child education? So we know that when children are exposed to music, not only will they have better attendance in school, this has been proven, they will also have more productive time in school, their test scores, their behavior. So music exposure is, it's part of their way of saying, I can be calm, I can be creative, I can engage. That teamwork idea I was just telling you about, the way that they can explore. So the reason why we call this the Griffin is the Griffin String Quartet is there's a vessel, a historical vessel in the Great Lakes here, the Griffin, and it did sink. So I know that's not a good way to start off, but the point of the story is we have a historical relationship to why people explore. What do they do? What are they finding? What do they want to share? What was their purpose, their mission? Our Griffin String Quartet, their mission is exposure and crucial, demystify. Like, it should not be so overwhelming to hear world-class music in your community. We all deserve it. We should have it. It should be for our kids. It should be for any age. And that happens in communities that are big and large. We should have that right here in Door County, which we do.
Next, from the Clean Water Action Council, Kim Larson.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kim Larson. Oh, sorry. You have to extend me another minute. I'm a negotiator. So I am a member of the Clean Water Action Council. I joined the organization in 2017, soon after I moved up here full-time. Despite having vacation here for over 40 years, I became alarmed when I learned about ongoing threats to our surface and groundwater and the pollution that is possible endangering our lives. I was introduced to Dean Hoger, our executive director, the executive director of the Clean Water Action Council. He encouraged me to become a member and to introduce me to the work of Sandra Steingraber, author of Living Downstream, an oncologist looks at cancer and the environment. Through newsletters, presentations, and they also detailed their research, legal, and legislative actions and helped me to focus on actions I could take to help with these issues. I became involved with a number of artists and activists and other members of the Clean Water Action Council. We went to DNR hearings, board meetings, lobbied legislators in Madison. These members, volunteers, and the organization's leadership help protect Door County residents from illegal manure spraying, achieved 5 bans in recent years. It's clear that an organization that takes action quickly and effectively is very important to the health of our community. This is where we find ourselves today, with another chemical that threatens our children and grandchildren. Your support and a donation from 100 Women Who Care help to address the serious threat to Door County children and adults with coal tar pavement sealants. These sealants contain the carcinogen PAH, or polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs for short. They're routinely used on parking lots throughout Door County and Wisconsin. According to researchers at Baylor University and the U.S. Geological Survey, children from birth to 6 living in homes near these parking lots have lifetime cancer risk 14 times higher than children who don't live in those areas. A lifetime exposure increases cancer risk by 38 times. These include skin cancer, lung, bladder, kidney, and digestive tract cancers. Children would also be exposed by attending schools, daycare centers, churches, community centers, where playgrounds and parking lots are coated with the coal tar pavement sealants. In the 5-year period after the application, as the pavement sealer wears off, it is transported by wind and shoes into these facilities. In addition to the coal tar impacts water quality in runoff that kills small animals in the aquatic food chain, tumors in fish, amphibians, and it contaminates the sediment, which can lead to a very expensive toxic sediment that needs to be removed and taken to a landfill facility. Minneapolis taxpayers paid hundreds of millions of dollars to clean up their metro area. A statewide bill to ban coal tar sealants and to use alternatives such as asphalt-based and latex coatings was attempted last in 2021, spearheaded by Representative Joel Kitchens and Senator Robert Coles. That bill did not make it out of committee. The pavement coating industry has prevented efforts to ban the product statewide. Due to the lack of success at the state level, the Clean Water Action Council worked with at the local level to get bans of the sealants passed in Sturgeon Bay and Luxembourg. We worked with Clean Wisconsin to have bans passed at other lakeside communities. However, no other Door County municipality has yet to ban the product. This directly affects the health of more than 3,000 children, of which 750 are under the age of 5 in the affected areas of Door County. With the support and donations from the 100+ Women Who Care, the Clean Water Action Council proposes to host a presentation with medical expert and a scientist to discuss how the PAH enters the environment, and a seal coating company to help explain what the alternatives are. We'll prepare literature, sample ordinances, advertise, and give personal invitations to those representatives from municipalities, school districts, town and villages. Reach out to the community groups, PTA groups, and condominium associations. The organization's programming is primarily supported by donations, membership, a fundraising event, and a silent auction. It has a very limited trust fund that partially supports a part-time staff equivalent of 0.7 paid employees. And they need to add 2 hours per week to a student to do this work. In addition to they coordinate programming and with the help of 25 volunteers. We are welcoming here Dean Hoger, the President and Education Director, who will answer your questions.
Thank you, Kim. Excellent presentation on this topic and our interest in cleaning up or protecting children, I should say, from from PAHs. So that's a good point. You maybe have been hearing about PFAS in the news, perfluorinated compounds. That's different than PAHs or polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. So don't confuse the two. This is something that's not being addressed in PAHs, whereas PFAS is. So I'd be happy to answer your questions. Again, I'm the executive director. What really brought me to this, bringing this to you, is the fact that I was an elementary teacher for 30 years. So I worked with kids. I saw their playing on the playground. I saw them sitting on the playground, bring whatever was on that playground surface into the classroom. So I know what happens there. And my wife is also an oncology nurse. So all the time I'm hearing from her about increasing cancer rates, younger people coming in for cancer treatment. So this is something that is kind of like a no-brainer. It's something that we can stop from happening.
Question in the back.
In general, I mean, from everything that we've read and farm runoff water and so on, that drains into the lake, but in general, living here, what should we be worried about? Is it drinkable? Can we take our water out of our faucets? Is it okay? Do we have to be worried about that? Or just the quality of our drinking water right out of the faucet?
Yes, we do. This is not a pH concern, but we do have to be concerned about nitrates especially, and bacteria pollution, especially if you're living in an area where there's manure being spread.
So when you're talking about replacing the asphalt, have you actually talked to like Beeson Asphalt or Northeast Asphalt, and they're just totally like, we're not even interested?
Okay, that's a good question and a good clarification that needs to be made. We're not talking about asphalt. We're talking about a sealant that goes on top of asphalt, which is a coal tar-based sealant. They don't use it in Minnesota. They banned it 10 years ago, and a lot of communities in Wisconsin have banned it. So it's a coating. There are alternatives. There's latex and there's asphalt coating. Asphalt has a very low pH content.
I'm gonna sneak a virtual question in. So Pat asked, are the pH levels above the state or federal regulatory agencies' action levels for environmental risk?
According to the U.S. Geological Survey, they are absolutely at action levels. There are not standards for these, but they are known to be carcinogenics. No, that's not quite the right word, but they are known to cause cancer, and they are needing to be no longer used as in coal tar pavement sealants anyway.
This isn't necessarily a question. It's just sort of an FYI for everyone. Last year, I had my driveway redone completely, so new asphalt driveway. And the first thing that they told me just before they were leaving and cleaning up was sealants are not necessary at all. It's a waste of your money. The only thing it does is putting that black color back on your driveway. What you need to be worried about are the cracks that occur, that just like on concrete due to the heaving in winter and the summer heat, that you need to have that taken care of by the people who lay the asphalt. So just as an FYI, sealants aren't necessary. They don't do anything to protect the driveway. They just give you that beautiful black color again.
So in working with our various communities, have they been reluctant to listen to what you're saying and to take action?
Those communities that we've really had good contact with are ones where we have had members, or in one case like HESCO, a board member who brought it, Luxembourg, brought it to the Luxembourg village trustees, got us a presentation time, talked to them about it. They were like, yeah, we should ban this. So when we have people who are insiders, when we educate the community and the community gets involved, which is what we're proposing to do, and they bring that to their village trustees or their town supervisors, that's when we get an opportunity to present, and that's when we get a ban passed.
Thank you.
Oops. Okay, it's time to vote, everyone. And for those of you that are sitting along the back, if you want a chair, we had extras reserved that aren't being used. So feel free to come on up. Okay, I think most people have cast their ballots. Okay, you got it? Okay. Thank you. Okay, well, while they're tailing up, we'll go through our business update. And number one, it's like once a year, it's a good idea to update your contact information. I just want to let you know, it's really just email and phone number are the real big things. So if those are changing at all, please let us know so we can make sure our records are up to date. So through tonight, we'll have given over $394,000 to over 47. Yes, well done. Well done, everyone. 47 local nonprofit communities, recipients. And it says 378 givers. Well, we had a flurry of activity this morning, so we have 382 givers as of today. So that was pretty exciting. So anyway, thank you all for all the work that you're doing to help advocate for Door County nonprofits. Many of you have been getting emails from me about the Door County Community Foundation subscription. If you had one before, haven't set up a new one, you will need to do that. If you have questions, just let me know. I guess the big thing is that you can do annual payment options on there now, which is kind of nice. And I think that as we learn more about it, it should be easier for us to administer in the future. Okay, a leadership team update. So Jane Susie, I don't think is here. Jane, are you here? Okay, Jane is retiring from the board and she started with us in the first year in 2018, and she helped us incorporate our 100+ women and just navigate all the legal stuff of doing that, and really was a helpful guiding force when we were just getting going. It was those early years, it was like starting up like a startup. It was like a startup company. So there was a lot of things that we had to learn, and she was really guiding for us. So I want to, Jane, if you're joining us virtually, I want to thank you. Yes, for all of your work. Now, Gretchen, we know is here tonight. Where are you, Gretchen? Oh, hey, Gretchen, why don't you come up here? Do you have a second? Well, you don't. No. Here we have it. I was responsible for the card. I almost lost it. But anyway, we want to thank Gretchen. She has been with us since 2018 as well. And, you know, in the beginning, it was just that energy from the people that like, even, well, actually all of you, but she helped us just pinch hit whatever was needed. And so I want to thank you for helping. We all want to thank you for helping with the Giving Circle coordinator position over last year, and just a little something to thank you. So thank you very much. Okay, so we have some new roles. We have Barb Groutman. She's going to take over for Gretchen as the Giving Event Coordinator. Barb is here. Barb. Oh, she's back with Gretchen. Okay, thank you, Barb. Barb Risto, she's joining us virtually, I believe. Hi, Barb. She's going to help with the donation processing, which is very helpful. And Kate Sullivan. Now, are you here, Kate? Okay, I didn't think I'd seen her, but anyway, so Kate is going to be a service coordinator, and so she's going to help try to connect us with more service opportunities. So we're going to develop that a little bit, and so there'll be more on that in the future. Okay, so with that, let's see, we have this thing on the bottom, which is kind of hampering this slide a little bit. So anyway, we have 382. Well, no, this is as of the end of the year. It's a year over year comparison, just to show you that we year over year, we grew 40 givers, and also, you know, so our award grew by $4,000 basically. So anyway. These are all the new givers since our October meeting. So wondering if all of you that are new or on this chart could stand up. Can you stand up for us? All the people that are new since the last meeting? Woo! Okay. Thank you. So is there anybody that is not new since the last meeting, but this is their first time at a live event? Oh, stand up, stand up. That's awesome. Thank you for coming. Okay, and a huge thank you to all of you that have helped refer new members. And I want to let you know, we have business cards spread around. There are different places. If you're not finding one and you'd like some, just take them. They're generic, and feel free to share them with other people. So this is our homepage. So there's 3 red buttons that are really exciting to me anyway. They're the join us, nominate a nonprofit, and donate. Really, that's the base, what you need. So go to our homepage and you can pretty much get where you want to be. And I just want to tell you, there is a lot of information on our website. So please check it out. And there's a member information page that you can check out that has the giving event details. It tells you how to get into the directory, which is private just for people that sign up. And as we are able to offer more connect you with more service opportunities, we'll have those there and social events. And so check it out. I think that's all I have for that. All right, with that, Susie's going to tell us a little bit about Warm Hands, Warm Hearts.
Thanks, everybody. I had the pleasure tonight of meeting a lot of the new members, so thank you all for coming. It's so exciting that the momentum keeps going and we grow. Each quarter we're growing, so it's excellent. So thank you, and thanks for coming out on a cold, windy night. So this year in December, we had our second Warm Hands, Warm Hearts event, where we are collecting donations from all of you, waterproof mittens and gloves for the Door County, the Girls and Boys Club of Door County, and the YMCA. And we had another great year, really fantastic. On behalf of the social leadership team, we want to thank Faye Germain. Faye's out there in Arizona, nice and warm. And she led this year's event and did an excellent job. So we were at Third Avenue Playhouse. So we had a fun evening of camaraderie. And then we got to see a Christmas carol. And in the spirit of all that giving, we were able to donate loads of mittens and gloves and hats. So Faye mentioned that, you know, now's the time to be shopping for those for next year because they're half price. So that's a good little tidbit. So thank you guys. We will do it again next year and the venue will change. We'll just go with, you know, what's happening. And there were a few people who missed it and they said they didn't see any information on it. So we do give information at the meetings about it and then always read your email till the very end of the email because you could be missing a big party. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing the Door County Habitat for Humanity Executive Director Lori Allen. They received our main award in October of 2021, and she's going to tell us what they did with that. So, Lori?
Thank you, everyone. A huge, sincere thank you from Door County Habitat for Humanity. We're just so excited to share with you tonight what our money went for. Again, your support has been utilized as seed money to kick off the Ramp Up program, serving those in need residing in Door County. Your grant dollars were used to purchase 2 portable ramps. The cost of each ramp is $10,000. Ramp Up Door County installs and leases emergency or temporary aluminum ramps to keep residents with physical and financial needs in their homes longer. The ramp is leased for $80 per month. When no longer needed, the ramps cycle back to Habitat for another person. This lowers costs to the homeowner and enables more Door County residents to safely access and stay in their homes throughout an illness or rehabilitation period. Immediately after purchasing the ramps, 2 requests came flying in the door. Literally, it was so exciting because we certainly didn't want that expensive equipment sitting, you know, in one of our garages. One of the ramps were able to serve an elderly gentleman that was not able to leave his home because he could not get out of the front or back door. He is now able to get out of the house for appointments, and he loves to sit outside on the ramp and take in the beautiful weather. But he did tell me summer, not winter. The other elderly gentleman suffered a stroke and then was placed temporarily in a skilled nursing facility. The only way his physician would discharge him home is if a ramp was installed to assist him and his wife with a safe entry to and from the house. And he's so happy. He was in the nursing home for about 4 or 5 months. Not only did the grant money start the kickoff of the Ramp Up program, but it also increased awareness of the home repair program and the deconstruct program. Door County Habitat for Humanity home repair program is designed to assist people in their own homes and that cannot afford to make the home repairs. The program offers critical home repairs. These are repairs that need to be done in the home that cost over $5,000. And the repairs are critical, requiring immediate repair as it is a safety concern for the homeowners to reside in their home. Example, leaking roof that is about to collapse, or holes in the siding causing mice problems in the home. Other services provided by the home repair program is painting and winterizing your home. Program requirements are that you have lived in Door County for the entire 12-month period before applying. Family income at or below 60% of the median income. Must own your own home and provide proof of homeowner's insurance. Must be willing to complete sweat equity hours. And what sweat equity hours means is just, we don't expect you to help our volunteers with the heavy lifting or anything, but maybe provide like a snack or lunch or a soda, or just check in, see if they need anything. A lot of our homeowners really love doing that for the guys or the girls that are coming out. They love to give back, and that counts as sweat equity. Payment schedules are tailored to the homeowner's circumstances and possibly spread over months or years. So depending on what they can pay, we work with them. Door County Habitat for Humanity was able to serve over 25 families with home repair projects, and the number is projected to double this year to serving over 50 families. Habitat offers home deconstruction services for your home renovation or tear down. Habitat will remove reusable materials, cabinets, lighting, light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, appliances, wood paneling, siding, doors, and trim, items that then can be sold in the restore to raise money for new home construction and home repairs. Free service is provided at no cost to you. Save money on your project and keep useful items in use and not thrown away in landfills, and help your community provide affordable housing. Door County Habitat for Humanity is celebrating our 30-year anniversary this year. Please help us celebrate by donating your time, talents, and treasures to Door County Habitat for Humanity. We need your support now more than ever to continue to conquer the crisis, the lack of affordable housing in Door County. 5 easy things you can do to support the Door County Habitat mission. Tell a friend or stranger about Habitat and the Restore. Donate or shop at the Restore. Volunteer, join a committee, try out the building site, or help at the Restore. Donate used vehicles, boats, or campers at carsforhomes.org. Follow us on Facebook or visit us on our website. In closing, I want to thank this amazing group of women in Door County for all their good works you do, and especially for the grant that was awarded to Door County Habitat for Humanity. Please know that your money went to good works and will continue for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Now it's time for the magic hat. Tonight we have. Oh, wait 1 second. Need a slide?
Yeah, are you gonna talk about these first?
Sure. This is the shows you the number of nonprofits flow over the years. It's been pretty even. Tonight we have 18 in the hat. They have been counted and verified by an independent person, Candy Otto. Thank you, Candy. This is a tight run ship. This gives you a list of the organizations that have been nominated and vetted by the vetting committee. We do have pretty extensive, not painful, but pretty expensive rules to abide by in order to be vetted and added into the hat. I have one more. Well, yeah. Okay. Of interest is the average age of nonprofits in the hat, which turns out to be about a year. They don't linger longer than that. So it's good news that it keeps rolling and changing our beneficiaries. So who would like to do the honors? Oh, you young lady, you young lady. Okay. The one is Friends of Gibraltar. I think so. Boys and Girls Club of Door County.
They've been in the hat the longest, so.
Yeah, I was just gonna. And the Clearing Folk School. Thank you.
Okay, so tonight's awards, the main award will be about 13,750 with the runner, each of the runner-ups receiving about $6,875. Okay, so the main award goes to We Are Hope. Congratulations. And I want to say well done to all of you speakers. It was really good. So thank you. So our next meeting is in April 24th. It's going to be same place. And want to leave you with this quote: the older I get, the greater power I seem to have to help the world. And that's a Susan B. Anthony quote. And then, okay, remember the elevator pitch, right? Do good, feel good, gather, have fun with 100+ WWC. Okay. And then in closing, I just want to say, if you can, help with the chairs. If anybody has a couple minutes, help us with the chairs. Make sure you turn in your name tags. That's the main thing when you leave. And if you haven't signed our banner, please sign their banner. And if you have a check that you haven't turned in, please turn that in. And please grab some business cards. All right. Have a good night. Safe travels home, everybody. Thank you. And thank you all virtual people. Thank you.